Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. So this is an update, kind of like off the hoof, as it were. Now this is about Ironsight. Again, I play my channel, which is there, episode 146. So basically the actual game is no longer available after I think the 8th or something of August, because they're stopping the game. So what I'm going to do is do what all big YouTubers do. I'm going to read out the announcement to you like you're 2 years old and you can't read. Hello, this is the Ironsight team. First of all, we would like to sincerely thank all the users who have loved and supported Ironsight over the years. After much consideration, we regret to inform you that the Ironsight service will be coming to an end as of August the 6th, 2025. The time we've spent with all of you has been incredibly precious, and it is with a very heavy heart and deep regret that we share this decision. Since starting the service via Steam in 2019, 6 years have passed. Although there were many shortcomings, it was thanks to the love and support of our users that we were able to continue the service up until now. The W coin, that's how you buy stuff for real money, suspended already, and the official server closure is August the 6th, 2025. We'd like to express our deepest gratitude once again to all the users who have been with Ironsight, and we sincerely hope to be able to greet you again in the future with something even better. So there you go. Now I think it might also be kind of maybe due to player count, because I was checking it out and it's on average they had about 200 players daily. This is worldwide, because it's not just in the UK or in Europe, it's in America, it's in Brazil, it's in a lot of places, like even the East, the Far East. Now I know if Battlefield 3, that's the game I love as well, Battlefield 3 and 4, that came out in 2011, had the same, they said, there's only 200 players playing this game at any one time. EA would just close the servers. It's not worth them running the servers. And that's a paid game. Remember, this one's free. Now, free to play, they have to pay for their own servers. And it doesn't matter, microtransactions doesn't really cut it. It's not going to make that much money. Because not everybody, I mean, I did towards the end, I did buy some stuff. But not everyone does. And maybe if you do, you might think, oh, I'll just buy that one weapon, and that's it. So that's not enough to run their servers. If you could rent them, that'd be different, but you can't. So for me, this is what I'll be doing, right? So I've got loads of these backed up. So I'll be on 146. I think I've rendered like 160 or something like that. I can't remember. I'm way ahead. I release once a week, so I've got plenty of footage to keep me going. All right, so you don't need to worry about that. But then what I'm going to do from my next recording session, because I don't record all the time for Ironsight, because I do all the stuff, obviously. I have a life, I think, and I do all the stuff. So what I'm going to do is each round, I'm going to pick a different weapon, because I've got most of them. So I'm going to pick one weapon, one round, one complete round. If I join halfway through, that don't count, and then so forth and so forth. So there's a bit of a difference for everybody else. Until the cut-off date, then I'm in limbo. So Ironsight was recommended to me about 2 years ago. I was a bit unsure at the start, but then I kind of like tweaked my settings and then learned to love the game. So I was a bit sad seeing it go, because I was like, oh, no way. But as I've always mentioned, I can understand why. Now, Whipple Games on their website doesn't have any other games, or in Steam, but they said, in something new coming up. I wonder if it's going to be like an Ironsight 2, maybe removing, or not maybe removing the microtransactions, but making it so it's not as, well, they need to tweak it. So maybe create some more maps, because there was no, in the 2 years I played, there's no maps. So in the meantime, I kind of need help and ideas. So what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do actually. So from August, right, I'm going to pick a free-to-play game. You can. I'll show you how to search for them if you want to look for them. That's multiplayer that looks fun, right? I'll test it for a bit. I'll get used to it, and then I'm going to do an hour-long video that's going to be split into two 30-minute videos. So got some footage so that you can see it, I can say if it's yay or nay, so I'll go, nah, it's not really for me, or yes, this one's good, add this to my list. And so, like I say, you can see new games as well. I'm also going to add in some paid for games. Some I've already got in my library. You know, I'm not going to play CSGO, but there's that kind of thing, like, I don't know, Tom Clancy's Division. It all depends if there's players. That's the thing. Just because it's a multiplayer, if there's no one playing it, what's the bloody point? I may look at some other paid ones if I can find a demo, or if they're having a free weekend or something like that. If there's a demo, you tend not to get multiplayer, but you know what I mean, that kind of stuff. But the player count, and also if I find it enjoyable. You know, everybody plays, I don't know, what is it, Valorant or something like that, but does that look like for me? No. If it's Battle Royale, no chance. I like close quarter sort of thing. And the other thing I was thinking of, which is, I can do this as well as doing the other thing. So I do Battlefield, or I had done Battlefield, I haven't done it for a while. So what I was thinking, in the meantime, considering that it's going to take a while before I find the game that's going to work for me, even if you suggest something, you say, oh, play this one, and then I play it, I think, no chance, no. But in the meantime, what I thought is I could pick Battlefield, but just do Team Deathmatch, or Gunmaster. In Battlefield 3, that's quite limited. It's usually Team Deathmatch, but in Battlefield 4, you've got a good amount of different servers and different maps and modes you can play. Different maps you can play for TDM, Team Deathmatch. But I thought I could pick Team Deathmatch, pick a different weapon each round, or even do one of my loadouts. I've done some loadouts here. Click on so you know what I'm talking about. Where are they? Can't bloody see them now. They're there somewhere. There. So these are weird, wonderful loadouts, like using an AK on single shot and using a certain kind of weapon loadout. I could do that just on Team Deathmatch, one complete round, but I won't call it War Meal. It'll just be called Team Deathmatch. So it'll be a thing, and that'll be something that will be maybe, because that's close quarter, unless you're playing on a big Team Deathmatch server, which I'm not going to go into too much depth. So that's because I can play that, I can get straight into Battlefield 3 and 4, and I can do an hour's worth, and that's not going to be a problem. You know, split into 2 half-an-hour videos. At least then you've got something, if you want that. So if you have any suggestions for games for me to try, let me know. Like I say, this is going to be in August when I start doing this, because I want to get through my Ironsight videos. Now, like I say, bear in mind it's just for shooting type games, multiplayer, large or small, say 4x4, and hopefully free to play. If not, that's fine. So what you can do is, if you're in Steam, you can go into the store, and you can go into, this is how you can do it. Where is it? There. And then you can scroll down and you can pick action or multiplayer. It doesn't, it kind of, well, there's there, multiplayer. You can click multiplayer and then you can kind of select them, but if you select these, I think it knocks off the multiplayer. So you like, I've got that, that's a large game, and that's, well, we all know what CSG is. But you know, you could sort of suggest, I don't know, whatever it is. Not that, because that's Battle Royale. No. Just so you know. Oh, that means Apex is out the window then. No. But another way to do it is if you go into Steam, and you just go in here. You can, I'm doing it on here because the reason why is it's easier to do. And you go into under £4, because this way it's continuous. Yeah, you literally, it just continues. Whereas this way, yeah, it continues. You can then select the way that I do it. Right. Oh, bloody hell, why is it not working? Anyway, it did for me. I managed to get it to work. So it goes by page numbers. Oh, who cares? Anyway, so basically, if you know of any, that'd be fine. You probably go into Steam and just go through here and select them based on this. But like, this is huge. You know what I mean? No, it's too big. I've got a couple I've scribbled down. There's this one here, maybe. Looks quite interesting. I don't know. It could be crap. I don't know. But again, I don't know, because what I'll do is I'll just play it and then let you know. I mean, it might be enjoyable for me. It might not be. Free-to-play is a very hard thing to actually find, because most free-to-player games, there's a reason why they're free. And there's also a reason why they don't last for very long, because they're free. Because unless it's a free-to-play single player, but again, they're not making any money. And they need to make money to run the servers. But if they're not making any money, then the servers, they're paying for themselves, if you see what I mean. Whereas if you buy a game, you bought the game, so you probably pay for the server. Or if you can rent a server, then you're paying for it. You know what I mean? That's the difference between free and obviously free and paid for multiplayer games. So that's why these ones, PUBG and Apex, they'll do really, really well, because when the big YouTubers play them, they wear the certain skins, so then you as a kid will come along or whatever and think, oh, yep, I'll buy that skin, I'll buy that skin, I'll buy that skin, and hence you pay. But not everyone does. Anyway, so there you go. So that's what I'm going to do. So if you want to let me know in the comments below any games, like I said, multiplayer, free to play, not battle royale, mostly shooting. I mean, there was one to do with I can't find the damn thing now. I've got it written down, but it was like a monster, not a monster, like a it's not there. It was like a robot thing. Looked quite interesting. So maybe something like that. Don't know. I'd have to try it out and have a go. But obviously nothing like fishing. Just like, no. And none of this crap, because it's not really for me. But you know, something like that. Not like that, but you know what I mean. Okay, well, thank you for watching and goodbye.